The crystalline chamber of the Galaxy Council thrummed with ancient power as Leo stood in the center of the accusation circle, his hands bound by gravitic shackles that hummed with blue energy. Around him, representatives from 47 species sat in their elevated seats, their forms ranging from gaseous clouds to massive arthropods, all united in their judgment of humanity's champion. Leo Martinez of Earth, the Archon Prime announced, its voice echoing through translation nodes embedded in every being's consciousness. You stand accused of violating the sanctuary laws. You entered the forbidden zone of Kepler 442b and disturbed artifacts protected by Council decree for 17,000 cycles. Leo's jaw tightened, but he said nothing. His dark eyes scanned the assembly, searching for any hint of compassion. He found none. Only the cold certainty of species who had long ago decided that humanity was too reckless, too unpredictable to be trusted with the galaxy's secrets. In the observation deck above, Anna pressed her palms against the transparent barrier, her heart pounding. She had tried everything to stop this trial, had called in every favor, had presented every piece of evidence, but the Council had made up its mind before Leo ever set foot in this chamber. The penalty for such transgression is isolation, continued the Archon Prime. You will be exiled to the void stations for the remainder of your natural life. Your species will be marked with a warning designation. No human will be permitted to... A sound interrupted the Archon, a sound that shouldn't have been possible within the Council's shielded sanctum. It started as a low vibration, then grew into a harmonic resonance that made the very walls shiver. Leo's eyes widened as the artifact he'd discovered on Kepler 442b began to glow through his sealed equipment bag. Impossible, breathed the Zathari representative, its crystalline form fracturing light in alarm. The containment fields. The bag disintegrated in a flash of golden light, and the relic floated upward, a sphere of interlocking rings covered in symbols no living species could read. It had been dormant when Leo found it, buried beneath kilometers of ice and rock. He had brought it back not to claim it, but because it had called to him, had whispered in dreams he couldn't explain. Now as the Council members recoiled, the relic spoke. Injustice. The word wasn't heard, it was experienced. Every being in the chamber felt the weight of the accusation, felt it resonate in the deepest part of their consciousness. Anna gasped as the sensation washed over her like a wave of absolute certainty. This relic has no authority here, the Archon Prime shouted, its composure finally cracking. Guards, contain it. But the security drones that swept toward the sphere simply stopped mid-flight, frozen in the air as if time itself had paused around them. The relic continued to speak, its voice growing stronger. This one sought not glory. This one sought truth. This one answered the call that you have forgotten how to hear. The rings of the relic began to spin, faster and faster, until they blurred into a sphere of pure light. Images flooded the chamber. Memories not from Leo's mind, but from the galaxy itself. The Council members saw what they had become. Cautious, stagnant, so afraid of chaos that they had sacrificed progress. They saw civilizations they had restricted, technologies they had suppressed, all in the name of order. And they saw humanity, young, reckless, brilliant humanity, making the same mistakes the ancient ones had made millennia ago. But unlike those who had come before, humanity had something the galaxy had lost. The courage to risk everything for a truth they didn't yet understand. The progenitors, whispered the Archon Prime, its voice suddenly small. This is a progenitor relic. I am the last judge, the relic proclaimed, placed here by those who built the foundation upon which your council rests, and I declare, this bearer is innocent. Leo felt the shackles around his wrists dissolve. He stumbled forward, catching himself on trembling legs. The relic descended until it hovered before him, pulsing with warm light. You heard the song beneath the ice. You answered when others would not. You carry the spark that we hoped would never die in this universe. I don't understand, Leo said, his voice rough. I was just a salvage pilot. I found something strange and brought it back. That is exactly why you are worthy. You did not seek power, you sought understanding. The relic's light intensified, bathing the entire chamber in gold. When it faded, symbols glowed on Leo's skin, markings that would have taken xenoarchaeologists centuries to decipher. I name you bearer of justice. When the galaxy forgets what it means to seek truth over comfort, you will remind them, When power turns to tyranny, you will stand against it. Anna found herself running, somehow through the barrier that shouldn't have let her pass, down to the chamber floor. She reached Leo just as he collapsed, catching him in her arms. The symbols on his skin pulsed once, then faded to faint silver lines. "Leo," she gasped.
I'm okay, he breathed.
"Anna, I'm okay." The Archon Prime descended from its platform, and for the first time in recorded council history, it bowed. We have erred. Forgive us, bearer." Leo looked up at the assembled species, at the representatives who moments ago had been ready to erase him from galactic society. He could feel the weight of the relic's gift, could sense the vast knowledge it had imprinted on his consciousness. He understood now what humanity represented to the galaxy, not a threat but a reminder of what they had once been. "I'll accept one thing from you," Leo said, climbing to his feet with Anna's support. "Stop seeing humanity as children to be controlled. We make mistakes. We'll make more, but we'll also discover things you've forgotten how to find." The chamber remained silent for a long moment. Then, one by one, the council members signaled their agreement. As Leo and Anna walked out of the chamber, the relic followed, a faithful companion to the first human ever to be named a progenitor's chosen. Behind them, the Galaxy Council faced an uncomfortable truth. Humanity's recklessness wasn't a flaw to be corrected. It was the spark of discovery they desperately needed to survive the dark centuries ahead. In the corridor, Anna squeezed Leo's hand. "So, bearer of justice, what now?" Leo smiled, the weight of destiny somehow feeling lighter than the chains of judgment had been. "Now, we find out what else the galaxy's been hiding, together." And somewhere in the ancient depths of space, other relics began to wake, singing the same song that Leo had heard beneath the ice, a song of humanity's first steps into their true galactic inheritance.